Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is leg day today, and we are just about ready to go off of DC to Boston. Holiday A321 traffic. All right. Let me get some brightness set here. There we go. Good to go here. 9:57 JB. Coming out of DC to Boston, Boston or Fort Myers, and then probably Fort Myers to either LaGuardia or JFK. I haven't decided quite yet. Let's get a squawk in there. My favorite squawk. Because I'm using FSLTL. If we pick up some ATC later on, we will use it. But let's just brief the departure. We gotta remain. I gotta write down the fixes. I had the fixes. I'd have to get it from one of my pilot buddies. But this is a noise reduction, or it's a NADP2. So we'll be going 810 on that. It's packs on. We're not that heavy. We can take off this runway at 190,000, off runway 1 at 190,000 pounds. So you can't go quite full weight, but you can go up to 190,000. Everything's set to go for departure. So we will be departing on the Suki 5 to Swan. So that's runway 1007 331 up to Revgi 220 at Revgi. At or above 1500, below 220. On track 310 to Beeble, 338 Kovto, 344 to Alex, 050 to Dogue, cross Dogue at or above 4 and below 250, 092 to Ferb, 091 to Suki at or above 5, which should not be a problem. But we're flying up the river, avoiding P56B and P56A. So this is the National Mall White House. This is the Naval Observatory where the Vice President lives. Right then, taxiing out. It'll be push off the gate to either spot 1 or 2. Kilo 2, Juliet, cross runway 4. Juliet hold pad, runway 1, and up we go. Right? And shouldn't be any questions. We're cruising at 290 today. Simbrief planned us at 37, but that's not what happens here. And the temp's coming up, so we'll put the new temp in for the box. There we go. And cockpit preparation checklist. Removed. 21,000 pounds. On. So for that, we'll come down here. Nav. 2977 set. Now, for the secondary, we're going to go to Baltimore. If anything should happen on the departure here, we're going to get up to Kovto, or actually we'll get up to Alex. We'll continue out to, let me see something here. I think we can go off a Ferb. It's not an official takeoff alternate, but what I'm going to do is pull up Baltimore. I'm going to see what they're doing. So they're arriving 28 and 33 right. Put that on the chart here. So if we come off a Ferb, we can take it in at McKay, I think, or Suki to McKay, something like that. And that's the longest runway they have. Actually, probably 33 right. We need the longest runway, so we'd be considered an emergency aircraft. So arrival is 33 left and 3. Yeah, so we want 33 left. So we want Baltimore 33 left. So after Ferb, we're going to lateral revision, secondary, KBWI, because we need the length on the runways to land, because we definitely landing overweight. right? And we're going to take the arrival charts. You see 33 left. There's an RNAV X-ray there. What happened to those visuals? There used to be a visual approach that they would use. RNAV Zulu. So I guess never mind. Yeah, we'll take it off of cools. We'll take the ILS 33 left. Actually, no, ILS 28 is what we need. So ILS 28, that is fine. And we'll take the VIA. What's the RMP look like? And it's visual situation there, so actually, you know what we will do? We'll go return Baltimore 28, and we'll take the RNAV. RNAV Zulu 28, right? So it's an RNP, which I think would be alright for, but it's going to be visual anyways, and we want to take that off Toga. So yeah, see, we would cut it at Ferb, drop down to Toga at 4,000. All right. So let's go back to the secondary flight plan. Toga, it's actually at 5,000. And what we would do here is secondary. So we need the secondary perf. So I'm going to punch in Baltimore's perf real quick. So for Baltimore, the METAR is 2975, temps 13, and they're 270 at 16, gust and 21. That'd be awesome to do with one engine. What am I missing? The barrow on that is 521 feet barrow. So that's good to go. Back to perf, and we will take before start checklist. Set. V1 131, VR 135, V2 137, flexing 51 degrees. Flexing 51 degrees. Closed. On. My coffee's getting cold. Brakes released, you're clear to push. That's 7.5 in there. Oh, that's a bus. Starting engine 1. Brake set, you're clear to disconnect. Starting engine 2. Starting engine 2. Ignition Bravo. Got fuel flow. Got a light off. N1. Oil pressure's coming up. Oil quantity will drop as it moves through the engine. Oil temp will rise. Should get up to about 500-600 degrees, and then it'll settle back down and become available. Right about here, we should get the avail light. Get the pin on the left there. There's the available light. There's the EGT settling back down. And we'll do the after start flow, which for me is ignition goes back to normal. First officer will set the flaps and speed brakes. Check the ECAM. He'll also set the trim. So, and I'll cut off the APU. We do not need the anti-ice today. After start checklist. Off. Checked. %25 set. Come down here. Neutral. Neutral. I'm going to do the flight control check. Flight control check. Flight control check. Rudder. He'll complete his check silently. Brake check. Taxi light, please. And we would call DC ground, good morning, JetBlue 2854, spot 1 taxi. And they'd say, JetBlue 2854, taxi Kilo 2 Juliet. Cross runway 4. Or hold short. Clear left side. Clear left side. So we get on the straightaway, we'll do the taxi check. Taxi checklist. Checked. Config 2. On and auto. Normal. Take off, no blue. So I actually don't, I love FS2 Crew, but I'm no fan of this abbreviated Airbus procedure shit that they've got in here now. I guess it's the new standard, but from what I understand, none of the airline guys I know are using it. They're still on old school checklists. Maybe I'll pop one up on the screen here for you in a minute. Clear left side. Clear left. Lights. Clear left side. Ah, yes. American and JetBlue merge. Cabins, they're right in the back. Get a room, guys. Come on. So we're going to go around to the penalty box here. Get a room, guys. I feel like GSX is the only one that used to do this. We have wing clearance. We have wing tip clearance. Yeah, we do. 708 JB has sharks. I know this because I've flown it. Still don't have a good 175 or 190. American's gonna go, I guess. Ooh, that's right. There's an L1011 video.
In 1966.
I'll watch that. Come on my channel so I can chat back to you. All that in a bag of blue chips. I have flown that jet several times. Once with sharklets, once without. Why is this not doing this for me? Hey, there we go. We got 2 viewers. Well, good morning, good morning. She goes. Got one on a 7.5 mile final. He just lit it up, so he'll go now. They do push it quite hard here at DCA. So we're looking for our min takeoff, 20,400. So we should have no problems. That's why I cut the APU off early. And he's on the go. Line up checklist. Zero 1 right. We got 1 on a 5 mile final. Runway 1 confirmed. TAR, right? On. Ready? Takeoff light, please. Would say JetBlue 2854. Traffic's on a Traffic's 2.5 out for your runway. Runway 1, clear takeoff. Ready? Ready? Takeoff. 1.05 EPR. Stabilize it. A little higher. Into the flex. Man flex 51. SRS runway auto thrust blue. Checks. Power set. '21, we just let it fly off the runway. There we go. Now we can rotate. Gear up. Nav. Stick the autopilot in for the view. L Pentagon. 800 feet. Gotta get a positive speed trend. Thrust climb. Not exactly what I was looking for. Cancel checklist. Watergate. Climb. Usually give you 1,000. Flap 0. There's that Naval Observatory. I think this is it. Or maybe that's it. I think that's it. Dulles, right over here. Home of one of my favorite aircraft mechanics, a very wise man who just retired after a very long career, going back as far as Eastern. What?
Sorry, I didn't mean to. Okay, I'm going to the groceries.
Huh?
I just want to have the groceries delivered. I wanted to know if you needed anything.
No, I'm good.
I'm not going to come by.
.290 blue. So we'll get on the straightaway here and get moving. Clear rad nav. Clear rad nav. Now we gotta get the winds up top. Insert that. That'll update our fuel. Uplinked, and we'll go double ding. Let them know. Boston's 2960. I would normally be sitting right about here. Actually, it would be an E190, and I'd be sitting. I don't think is there oval wings on these ones? No, it's just the doors, right? Yeah, no oval wings on the 21. So on the Embraer 190, I'd be sitting right. Yeah, right about there. It's actually a pretty good view, but I'm out of views. So I'm going to roll in 2960 for Boston. I'm going to pull a V1. Set standard. Set standard. Set standard. Set standard. Or not. Standard, standard, standard. And we'll have a good, nice view of Baltimore here. So there's Baltimore, where we would have dropped into if we needed to. All right, where are we? Philly? Past Philly. There's Philly right there. All right, getting ready. We're going to take a direct. Probably almost to Robbinsville. So now we're going to take the direct. ATC is going to be nice. We're going to say direct to news. JetBlue 2854, direct news. Cross news at 27,000 feet. So let's go direct news with a beam points. Direct insert. And then we'll come down the box here. Come up to news, and we're just going to go /270 for 27,000 feet. Descend. News, flight level 270. Confirm, insert. Update our EFOB 14.2, so now we're landing exactly on plan. And let's see if we can grab some new weather out of Boston. It's the rain's let up a little bit outside. So we'll go KBOS. Mitar. Yes. $15.54. Beauteous, beauteous, beauteous. Print. Now we got the weather printed. And we got about... So let's check. We can copy the let's copy the active to the secondary. 160 at 15. They might start using 1.5 right. That's a possibility. It's close because it's a 14 knot crosswind on 2-2 left or 2-2 late. Let's see. Cancel. Boston. Let us see here what the Addis is doing. 47 minutes ago. It should be, the new ATIS should be popping up here very presently. Boston. Echo. 1554. At 2-2 left. Yeah, 180 at 15. Alright. So it's 2-2 left. We'll just have that in the secondary in case we need it. RadNavs, ILQN's good to go. 214 on the front course. Progress, let's get in Boston. 2-2 left. That's good. Performance looks good there. 0.78 to 310 on the descent. That's good there. Alright, 2957. We're right in the middle of that low right now. Temps 12. Don't quite need the anti-ice. It is like 50-something degrees out. And we got 160 at 15. 180. And the barrow's it's 216 or 214. Take a peek. Condition code's 555. Refresh. Apply. I'll look at the landing weight. If we land, yeah, 14.2, which we're landing at. Whoa, took a wind shift there. 14.204, so that's good. So we're landing 163.8. 163.8. Plenty of runway to roll down to the end. We can do reversers, and we'll do a flap full. If it was a straight headwind, I'd consider flap 3. And the barrow. It's 216? Yeah. 216. Already. Fuel prediction. We're at 160 right now. What did I put in there? Oh, sorry, 157.6 actually. 157.6. Well, that's good. There'll be less runway. So 16.4, so that's 2.2. Yeah, 157.6, 157.7. All right, beauteous. 47 miles to top of descent over News. And that Addis information is Echo, I believe. Yep, Echo 9 minutes ago. 180 at 15, 2957, 22 left, 22 right, 27's approved for turnoff. Increased bird activity. 15 right, condition code 555, 22 left, 555. All right, we are good to go. Pop up the Roebuck tree. Scope constraints. Go brake low. Are you ready for the arrival briefing? Are you ready for the approach briefing? Any questions? I have control. I have control. There's the Verrazano, a couple of ships coming in, some barges. My old job down at Red Hook there. That's where I came out of when Sully was in the Hudson. Came out of Red Hook, screwing up the other way. New York City. What the f... Why is that doing that? It's weird, it wouldn't let me do a managed descent. I don't know if the Airbus does that. If that's like an Airbus trap. It is. It's giving me a new cruise altitude of 27,000. Now, with any luck, right about here, they'd say JetBlue 2854, direct Ruiz. Descend and maintain flight level 230. And we can go ahead on down and open descent to cross at 230. I did see Boston using 1.5 right the other day. First time in a long time. That's pretty good fan dynamics right there. Look at that artwork on those fans. That's pretty amazing. Speed out start. Now, with any luck along the way here, they'd give us direct to Provi, deleting the speeds. And then they give us descend via Roebuck 3, runway 22 late. 60 miles, 48 miles, 16, 18, 6 minutes or less. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'll recruise it. So we will recruise for 230. $16.20, top of descent.
All right.
I had a couple friends ask me what happened to that Korean 737-800, right? The Jeju Air. He landed no flaps, no gear, right? So, as we get down into Boston here, I want to point out a couple things. Obviously, this is an A321, which is similar to a 737-800/900, right? More like a 900, passenger-wise, because it 21 can take up to 220 passengers. But look at something here. This wing, sharklets and no sharklets, right, and wingtip fence, that's the same wing on the 19, the 18, the 19, the 20, and the 21. There are some differences here with the flap track fairings, right? 21's got more of them. Little flap canoes there, right? The 21 has more. It's got triple slotted flaps, if I remember, or double slotted flaps, if I remember right. Just to, some airflow variation, right? The other thing, and we can go right into it, you can't really see this in a Boeing. So in a 737, see how the VFE velocity flap extension, right? Flaps 1 here is 235, right? 1 plus F, which you only get on the ground, is 225. 2 is 215. 3 is 195. Full is 190. So you can dump all the flaps. Boeing, you can go to flap 5, right? Which would be in this gate here, right? You can go to flap 5 on a Boeing at 250 knots. And that brings you down safely to, I think, 190, 170 even, maybe. It gives you the buffer with the tiger tail. Your lowest velocity, right? We got somebody cooking behind us on the approach. Or on the arrival here. There he is. Yeah, he's got to be going to Boston as well for where he's at. How far back is he? 10 miles back. Yeah, it's all right. So yeah, buddy, tough crowd. 5,000's the bottom of the star. 5,000 set. 5,000 blue. So, no flaps, no gear. So some sort of hydraulic issue, right? The gear should have gravity swung. Like, if we need to, I can gravity the gear down, right? Right here. I don't know if that actually works here, but you pull it up and give it the crank and it'll open the doors and down you go. Gonna start this about a mile away. 2.5. 490 over the ground. 1 mile. Speed descent. Thrust idle descent. Do a quick PA. Ladies and gentlemen from the flight deck, Captain speaking. Just beginning our initial descent into the Boston area here. Expect to have you on the ground just about 11:45. Should be to the gate shortly thereafter. I'll be arriving to currently planned. They told us they might switch the gate, so I might get back to you on the gate. But beginning our descent down. Current weather in Boston, overcast. There's been some rain in the area. Might be a little bumpy on the way down. I'm going to go ahead and turn the seatbelt sign on now. Temperature's 54 degrees. Winds out of the south at about 15 miles an hour. Thanks for choosing JetBlue. Hope you enjoyed the JetBlue experience. We'll have you on the ground shortly. Flight time to prepare the cabin for arrival. There we go. Did I didn't do the rad mouse? No. So, again, you get the buffer. Once you can, and below 250, you can dump the flaps, right? The flaps are what gives you extra lift. It's like sticking your hand out the car, right? And you're flying your hand along, as you slow down, right? If you curve your hand like that, right? If you curve the back of your hand, it allows for more airflow. Keeps you lifted a little bit. So we're setting 2957. QNH 2957 set. It's checked. Approach checklist. 2957 set. On. 216 feet set. Low armed. Normal. So again, like, no flaps. I mean, he's coming over the fence at least 210, 220. Right? At least that. I actually might have. So the flaps 30 limit's 175 knots, right? Yeah. So a WestJet did it in 2020, about 200 knots, no flaps with an 800. And they have the flap speed a little bit higher. So VRF 40 plus 70. Schedule, I'm looking here. Flaps up to, yeah, Classic uses standard speed, 210, 190, 180, 150. That's flap 1, flap up, flap 1, flap 5, flap 15. Yeah, and the 900s are even worse. And Lord knows what the winds were, right? It was a no-flap landing at Seattle in 2022. Palm Springs to Seattle, 737-700. 73 degrees, flaps wouldn't deploy. Continued, did a go-around, checked everything out. 34 right. 187 knots, no flaps. Or 187 miles an hour, which, let's see what that turns into in knots. With light winds. Gotta slow up now. Slowing up at Cran. And actually you'll see, you might see the Tiger Tail come get us here if I pop out a little more speed brake. Yep, there's the Tiger Tail. So here's the flap extension speed, right? VFE next. The little equal sign, right? And we're slowing at 250. So we'll put the speed brake away. And we're good at Cran. And she's just riding, because of the tailwind we got, she's riding the top end of the speed right now. Ducking low, she'll pitch up just a little bit, keep it at 1,000 feet a minute. So, alright, let me go speed. Mile per hour to knots. So 187 is 162 knots. He must have been lightly loaded. Because even in flight sim, I've seen the 37-800 come in hooked up. 700 is the best 737 in my estimation. 700 series. But yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. Actually, I got to dispatch us for, while we're coming down to too late, I have to dispatch us for Fort Myers. I need a flight number. We got plenty of fuel. Oh, Delta's sending 21 Neos, huh? 2065. Something 65. Oh, beautiful. So we'll do 1065, which is delayed. Coming in 10,000 feet. Landing lights and wing lights. They're using the ILS to 6 right now in Fort Myers. So we're actually going to take the Atlantic routes because it's a little bit shorter. Fuel planning, we'll give a contingency of 25 minutes just in case. 45, we're going to fill her up. And generate. Oh, timing. 17:15. All right. So that's generated, going sterile. Be nice to have a weather radar right about now, huh? So I'm just watching the temp here. I'm going to dim these down, do the overcast. take the terrain radar. ILS 22 late. Speed out start. Man, they really nailed that spool up. Now, right about here, ATC would likely give us what I like to affectionately refer to as the JetBlue vector. They would say, JetBlue 2854, fly present heading, vector to final. Full heading. Activate approach phase, please. JetBlue 2854, speed 220, speed 210. Speed 210 down to 3,000. Thrust idle open descent. Flaps. Flaps 1. Flaps 2. And they'd say JetBlue 2854, fly heading 310, descend and maintain 2000. This is what I like to call the Vocus Special. So I'm going to clean the box up. I'm going to go direct Vocus on the radial, insert. It's going to actually arm the nav, and we're just going to keep flying 310 until we can fly 250 to focus. roughly 250. Checks. Speed out star. My aircraft. Oopsie. Two 50 to join 170 to Vocus. Lodestar. Lodestar. Loke. Glide slopes alive. Glide star. Glide. Gear down. Flaps straight. Flaps full. Ground speed mini. So if you notice, landing checklist, landing checklist, Landing no blue. So if you notice, our VLS is 136 and our VAP is 141, but we're cruising at 150, right? It's keeping us at 136 over the ground. Wipers on. Thousand stabilized. Missed approach altitude set. Runways in sight. Visual. Land green. Checks. Continue. Flight director's off, bird on. Manual braking. Where is that plane? 1065. Charlie 16. Can I free it from AI? Oh, no, I don't want 16. That's a walkout gate. Do 18. 119. Clear left side. I was actually pretty happy with that approach. After landing checklist. Off. This guy's gonna run right through me. Go over there. I'm gonna scare him with the light. Excuse us, pardon us coming through. We should have enough room to take clearance on him. Out of the way, CRJ. Apparently, if I cough, it's the landing light. Hack the plot. Shut down engine 2. These were heavier than I thought. Wipers off. Why don't we just lose the lights? Parking checklist. Set. Off. 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 So we're going to import the next flight. Do a realignment of the IRS. 1, 2, 3. Gonna leave the APU running. Check the brake temps. I'll throw the fan on for a little bit. Check the landing air. I have a couple screenshots. I got one more, right? No, just the one. Alright, what do we got? Statistics. Why is that not showing my flight? There we go. Good spot for a landing. 194 at 124.94. I tend to trust approach report and Volanta more than G's. Pitch 2, not good. SB 135, so only 1 knot off a ref. Pitch could have been a little better, but I was trying to roll it on. 1700 down. Even though we were on center line, it always says 16 feet from center line in Boston for some reason. So close to the aiming point. Bring in final approach. Yeah, that's a nicely flown, hand flown. Dipped a little bit low at the end there. Caught it. You can see the little burble. Not too bad. There's the roll on. There's the attempted roll on. Neutral out, roll it on. Oh, gotta get the nose up. Didn't roll right in here, right? That little burble. Alright, beautiful. Let's go ahead and we'll go up here. Plan the flight. Looks like there's air traffic control. So what I might do here... Oh, Manchester 1 approach. How the hell are you controlling Manchester when you can be controlling Boston? JetBlue 10. Did I mess that up? I did. Alright, I'll have to re-import from SimBrief again. Edit flight. It's 1065. Now we're going to go 1725. New departure time. So we'll do ODI over here. And we will re-import. There we go. Seriously? I can't type for shit. Why is Tampa? Whoa, that's too much fuel. What's why is Tampa not an option? Oh, Tampa's got bad visibility, so yeah, we need we'll do Sarasota as an alternate, as long as the weather's good. It's a tough, okay. 3 mile, playing with it there, so Miami might be the best. Alrighty then. We are coming in over the Atlantic today for performance. Lower it up. And here we go. boy. All right. So we're going 34,000. We are JBU 1065 going to Fort Myers. Miami's our alternate. It's a cost index of 45. Cruising 34,000 out over the ocean, minus 50. Boston temperatures 12°C. Flight plan route. Boston, I'm going to go 22 right. And it's going to be a SOX departure. SOX 7. Down to Buzzard. Nest, Gronk, Rifle, Hetty, Briggs, ZJ, Calda. All the way down. High back. And then we're going to join this. We want Arnab Zulu 6. Shifty 6. High back. And the VIA is Gulf. Insert. Alright. Let's step the flight plan here. Whoa, how's your performance? AOC. Multiple load sheets. That's what I'm looking for. 1065, print that off. Yeah. No, because it's leg day. There we go, nav accuracy is upgraded. Load sheets in. Okay, let's step the plan. So it's Boston, TJ, Burrow, Pusick, Jester, Sox, Buzzard, Nest, Gronk, Albo, Orca, Rifle, Hetty, Adjgon, oh no, Hetty, Briggs, ZJ, Calda, Bulldog, Ears, Prony, down Prony, Y299 to high back. What's going on there? Coming in on the shifty 6. It is a long ass arrival. And then at stereo, we'll ask for the direct to Gulf to join the old Arnab in the 6. Assuming they're still using it. Lost 214, that's good to go. Stick that in there, rad knives. Okay, flight plan's in. Let's get the wind. Load sheet. Oh, it would help if they loaded the airplane, wouldn't it? All right. 152.3. 25.4. And we're planning on a block of 30.7. And looking at our dispatch release, 4.1 here. Miami's 2.65. Got 25-minute contingency. 600 taxi. So I'm showing 0 there. I'm showing 3 hours and 11 minutes, 20,617 pounds. And the box is showing 17,359. Right. Extra 6.6. Get rid of that. I'm gonna start hooking us up with fuel. All right. So, fuel and catering, 3 hours and 11 minutes, 20.6. They're showing 259 for 17.3. So this is interesting. And we don't have all the wins in there yet. All right, back with you shortly. Nope. You guys don't have any audio. And I didn't realize that till just now. And this is usually what crashes the sim, by the way. Why is that doing that? This one? Well, shit. It's no fun if you don't have any sound. For the love of God. Why is it not? Who's that? Oh. Did it go? No. I don't get it. I don't get it. Still not doing it. Oh, I don't want to deal with that shit. Leave it that now. Nope. Still nothing. Let's go here. Here. Nope. Still nothing. WTF? Still nothing on the audio input. Well, that's jacked up. Still nothing. Still nothing. Hey, there it is. I think. Is it working now? Was for a second. Still nothing. What's going on? Like restart it. Still nothing. Check. Oh, right there. I don't know how to fix that. Still nothing. Oh. Nothing's running to it. Oh. There's nothing here. I mean, that's set up the right way. Probably configure installing it on the front updates on capture device itself. Alright, gonna come off stream for a second here because I'm gonna pop the Elgato off and back on. Should come back. Still no audio input capture. Restart this again. Exit. Go here. What is going on? Output. Speakers. Still nothing. I don't get it. Why are we not hearing anything at all, ever? Default. See, I don't have a line in, so that doesn't work. Huh. $170 out of 200. Boarded. got something there. For just a second we did. That's usually all it takes. Come outside. Nope, still nothing. WTF. Now, I'll have to stop the stream.